everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. Nick, I've been thinking. This is Nick. That's Nick. He's pouring water into a mug. I'm Tim. I have my Miller Lite. It's Sunday, fun day. Packers, go Pack, go. Nick, I was thinking about this, and at the beginning of every match, we say, "Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights." What if this is somebody's first match? To you, person, I say, welcome, not welcome back. Happy to have you. Thank you for being here. Nick.
Subscribe or get out.
Yeah, subscribe, hit that bell icon, or get the fuck out of here. For a very exciting singles match. We got Thomas Scully, former singles and teams champion, going up against Jake Meltzer, current teams champion. So this is going to be a very interesting match. Lots of knowledge in the ring here today, Nick. What do you think about the matchup?
I'm excited. These two people clearly capable of holding championships, as they've both done it, and one is currently doing it. Thomas Scully, last time we saw him, he was in a triple threat contender match where he may not have won the match, but he did beat the current team's champion, Robert Kastner, ending his singles career early for this year. And now Robert's teammate, Jake, has a chance to maybe have some retribution. Last time we saw Jake, he knocked out his faction mate, Melissa Woody. At the end of that match, Tim, Jake said, I want to go big game hunting. There's not much bigger game in the realm of Fandom Fights than Thomas Scully. So I think we're in for a good one.
Yeah, let's get into it right now with the promos.
So, Robert, neither of us is big in professional wrestling, but there's a term in professional wrestling called putting somebody over, which basically, for those who don't know, means somebody that the showrunners like, that they want to be champion. They put them against somebody that they think they will beat to make them look good. Yeah. That is the basic concept, and that is exactly what is happening here today. Obviously, Tim and Nick, they're buddies with Scully. They've put him in like 5 or 6 title pictures this year, and he's lost every single one, and it's fine. But you know what? They were like, you know what? Let's give Machine Gun Scully one more shot because we like him. We want him to win. So we're just gonna throw him in there and see what happens. So here, I'm just so loose today. Like, I have nothing to lose. If I lose, everyone wants me to lose. It's fine. But if I win, boy, that'd be embarrassing for everybody involved. So MGS, don't screw this up.
At least he admits that everyone wants him to lose. At least he's self-aware enough for that fact. He comes out here and he talks about big game hunting. He has the hunting ability of Elmer Fudd. I don't trust him to work that rifle at all today. We took out the better teammate on dummies like they were loose trash. Kastner did not have a shot against you. Meltzer has nowhere close to a shot against you. The reason you're in so many title pictures this year is maybe because you're the best player in the game. I think that's how that works. You win, which Meltzer doesn't know a lot about. So I trust you. Win this thing.
Manners maketh man. Let's play.
Nick, I want to straighten out a couple things here. First things first. Scully, I love it when he's short and sweet, just drops in the manners make man and is out. Second thing, Coho, what's with the red? I know it's been here for a while, but I haven't formally asked you what's going on. Thirdly, I would like it to be known that maybe in other leagues around the internet movie trivia space, people throw their friends in matches for the fuck of it. I'd love to sit down with you and explain every single match that has been given in Fandom Fights this year. I promise there's an explanation for every single one. So please, on behalf of me and all of Fandom Fights, know that I think Jake was just joking, and we don't fucking do that. So I'm very excited about this. Nick, do you have any thoughts before we get into it?
No.
All right, let's do it. Round number 1. How's it going to work, Nick?
Round number 1's going to work like this. We're going to get 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get in round number 1?
Let's do it.
Yes, left.
All right, your first question comes in the category of Disney live action. Which Disney live action film features a robot named Vincent?
Cool name. Yes. I just had some ice cream and now my throat's all.
It's all what? Oh,
5, 4,
okay.
3. Did you hear me the
You're
first
just like that sometimes.
1? Pens down. Let's start with Meltzer
The black hole.
and Scully.
The black hole.
Both are correct. As we move into your next question in the category of Disney animation. What is the first name of the leader of the group of racers that makes fun of Vanellope in Wreck-It Ralph? Would you be a racer if you could?
Sure.
I hear you run races.
Actually, I take it back. I wouldn't if I could.
I was about to say you were kind of dead yesterday.
Yesterday. Try
5,
it now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Scully. And Jake.
Taffeta, darling.
Taffeta is correct. All tied up.
I believe her last name is something like Mutton Fudge or something.
Mutton fudge, yeah.
Your third question comes in the category of Star Wars. What rank do both Poe and Finn have after Leia's death in The Rise of Skywalker?
I apologize. I'm getting emails from work.
You know, I didn't really believe that apology just now. Could you do better?
I'm sorry. 5.
You just fucking some work emails, guys. It's fine.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake
Here comes the general.
and Thomas.
General.
General is correct. We stay tied up as we get into your fourth question in the category of the Wizarding World. Who plays Queenie Goldstein in the Wizarding World? We've had some interesting names so far. Vincent, Taffeta, Skywalker, Queenie, Nick,
And Tim.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3,
Mutton Fudge.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Scully
Allison Sudol.
and Meltzer.
Allison Sudol.
Both are correct. Keeping pace, Nick. What's next?
Your next question comes in the category of Pixar. What is the name of the fraternity and sorority competition that Mike and Sully compete in Monsters University?
You went to university. Did you have a good time?
I think.
You don't remember?
Not all of it.
Were you intoxicated for a lot of it?
No, Tim, you don't remember things sometimes.
You were there to learn.
Tell me everything you did 24/7 in the year 2017.
All right. Well, 1. Pens down. We open. It was a dark month. Let's go to Jake
Scare games.
and Scully.
The Scare Games.
The Scare Games is correct. Your next question is going to be in the category of it's my favorite. It's Middle Earth. Your question: who rides with Gandalf to Minas Tirith in The Return of the King? What? What's wrong with you?
So much.
You did this to yourself.
I know. And then after I ran the race, we went to a fair and just like walked around for hours. And I was like, what are we doing?
Did you at least eat some good food?
Yeah, but now I feel worse because of it.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Did you yak? Let's go to Thomas
Pippin.
and Malcolm.
Pippin, that fool of a toque.
Fool is correct. So it is 6-6. Both remain perfect. What is next?
Your next question comes in the category of James Bond. The question is, which Bond film features Bond referencing Evel Knievel before performing a car stunt with a reluctant passenger?
Did you hear that?
I did. It's unnecessary.
There was a match I was editing recently where I got like super excited, like threw my marker, and then I'd like get up and walk over and grab it. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah, I would be embarrassed as well.
I'm fucking horrified. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
It's one of the two. I said man with the golden gun.
And Scully.
Man with the golden gun.
That is correct. All right. Keeping pace. Your next question is in the category of YA. Who plays Emmett Cullen in the Twilight Saga? When was the last time you were completely clean shaven?
Ooh. Like eyebrows as well?
Yes.
I think never.
Head, eyebrows, face.
Face would have been January 1st of 2020.
Pens down. Damn. Let's go to Scully
Kellen Lutz.
and Meltzer.
Kellen Lutz.
That is correct. All right. It is 8-8. Penultimate question. What is it, Nick?
Penultimate question comes in the category of Mission Impossible. In Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, who pretends to be Leonid Lysenko in the meeting with Sabine Moreau? I thought these questions were hard.
Maybe they are, but they are so good at this game, Nick.
The Scare Game!
The Scare Game's the most intense. Yeah, God, that I like that movie a lot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake
Brant.
and Scully.
Brant.
Brant is correct. So here's the situation. Both players are at 9 points. So if either one of them hit this last question, it will be a perfect round for either or both of the players. So let's go to the question. The question is in the category of DC. DC. Clark Kent helps Lana's son Ricky play what sport when he was getting teased by other kids in Superman 3?
I did the thing where I forgot to put the movie in the question.
Oh, I thought it was because you put an E in the word Clark.
Whatever. No, I realized it didn't say the movie, and I was like, oh, crap.
That's fair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Scully
Bowling.
and Jake.
I said baseball.
Bowling is correct. So Scully will get the perfect round and the first lead of the match. Scully, we are going to give you a bonus question. This is going to be to you, only to you. Are you ready, sir?
Let's do it.
Your question, and we will give you a little bit of extra time on this one.
Oh dear.
Your question is, name 4 Fandom films with the words Part 2 in the title. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your first repeat. Name 4 Fandom films with the words Part 2 in the title. Five.
All right, so Deathly Hallows Part 2, Breaking Dawn Part 2, Friday the 13th Part 2, and
I need an answer. 5.
Mockingjay Part 2.
That is correct. I think we can accept that. Yes. So the answers were Friday the 13th Part 2, A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge, Deathly Hallows Part 2, Breaking Dawn Part 2, and Mockingjay Part 2.
I think Ryan, it just increases.
With that, Scully will get the bonus point, making it 11-9. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. How's round number 2 going to work, Nick?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like to spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1, and be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. And also, Smokey the Bear was there a second ago, and remember that only you can prevent forest fires. Your categories on the wheel today are Disney live action, Disney animation, DreamWorks, Mission Impossible, James Bond, scores and soundtracks, horror icons, and Alien vs. Predator. Take it away, Tim.
All right, Scully, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer?
An all fringe wheel. This is amazing. Yeah, we're gonna go second.
Okay, so this is going to be the spin for Jake.
Yeah, when does that happen?
In this match, apparently.
Like before this match.
And it lands on horror icons.
I mean, A, because it's yours, and B, because of how fucking close that came, I would probably recommend taking this.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel okay about it.
Do you want to think about spinning away?
There isn't a lot on here that I'm scared of, ironically enough.
You think you want to keep it on there for later?
I probably should. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of feeling like spinning again.
Okay, I get the idea. So if you want to spin again, I'm for it.
All right.
Tempt fate.
Mm-hmm.
You land on spinner's choice.
Well, you know.
Okay.
Thanks, Will.
I think I want to take AVP. Actually, I think that's sort of where my heart is right now.
Okay, you feel good about that? I
feel
second.
pretty good about it.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, Nick, will you go ahead and give Jake his questions in the category of Alien versus Predator?
Gladly, Jake, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Alien vs. Predator?
Hope so.
All right, your first question. Which Alien vs. Predator film features the characters Fifield, Ravel, and Milburn?
Prometheus.
That is correct. 2 points. Tie game. Your second question. Death row inmate Stans was being held at what prison before being transported to the Predator planet in Predators?
San Quentin.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who plays Miller, the man who dies while trying to fend off facehugger aliens while stuck to the wall in Alien vs. Predator?
Just want to make sure I say his name right. Ewan Bremner.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. What is Newt holding when she is first found in Aliens?
How specific?
General.
A stuffed animal.
I think we can accept that for 2 points, Tim.
Sure.
All right. Yep. We'll accept that.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
All righty. And Jake, your final question. What does the Predator steal from Mac while he fends off a wild boar on Night Watch in the original Predator?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, machine gun, B, a dead body, C, his uniform, D, his knife?
Okay, that was what I was thinking, so I'll just go with it. His knife.
That is incorrect. Scully, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, machine gun, B, a dead body, C, his uniform, D, his knife.
A dead body.
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
All right. So with that steal, Scully gets up to 12, but Jake otherwise gets himself up to 17. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay. So let's move into the spin for Mr. Scully.
Good job, buddy. All right.
Lands on animation.
Would you rather respin? Because I think you have no weaknesses on this one. So
Yeah, I mean, and I like the last third of this. I just haven't gotten to yet. So
That's fine. Hit the respin. If you're not ready for it, you don't want to do it.
let's just respin then.
Yeah, we can do better.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That was on scores and soundtracks.
All right, you got it.
All right, Scully, I'll give you your questions in scores and soundtracks.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
First question. Dan Romer composed the score for which recent Pixar film?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Soul, B, Turning Red, C, Luca, or D, Toy Story 4.
Luca.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question. Who was the second person to compose more than one MCU film?
Brian Tyler.
That is correct for 2 points. How many people have composed exactly one DC film featuring Batman as the main character?
Four.
That is incorrect. Jake, chance for a 2-point steal.
Five.
That is also incorrect. The answer we have is 3.
Can I hear the movies, please?
Batman 66, Mask of the Phantasm, Lego Batman movie.
Can I bring in Coho?
Yes, you can, because I know exactly where this is going.
What are you talking about?
Wouldn't Giacchino count?
Giacchino should count. Yeah, he was only done the one.
Yeah, so I will challenge that Giacchino also did the Batman, so that the answer is 4.
We'll be right back after this challenge. All right, we're back from the challenge. 100%. 4 is the answer. We forgot about the Batman. So 4 is the correct answer, making it tied at 17 as we get into the next question, which is going to be as follows, Scully. Who composed the score for The Amazing Spider-Man?
James Horner.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question in scores and soundtracks. Middle-earth actor Billy Boyd performs what song for the film The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies?
Oh, I don't want to get this. Fuck it up. Stuck on one word. I'm going to go multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, A Long Farewell, B, Dear Friends, C, Over the Mountain, or D, The Last Goodbye.
The Last Goodbye.
That is correct for 1 point.
I had either last or long in my head.
So Scully gets his total up to 20 to Meltzer's 17. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, 3-point game going into the final round. How's round number 3 going to work, Nick?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the round of Fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they hit the question, if they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, then the first category that you can bet points on is going to be horror icons. All right, let's get bets starting with Scully.
My old nemesis. 2.
And Meltzer.
2.
Okay, your question in the category of horror icons. In Halloween Kills, Tommy finds the dead bodies of married couple Marcus and Vanessa with Halloween masks on at what type of location?
The 3 best friends that anybody could have.
Who's the third?
Repeat the question.
All right, that's gonna be Meltzer's first repeat. In Halloween Kills, Tommy finds the dead bodies of married couple Marcus and Vanessa with Halloween masks on at what type of location?
I was thinking Tommy, Marcus, and Vanessa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Remember when I used to call Scully Tommy and he would get really mad about it?
Hey, how about you don't talk about the players currently playing in the match team while they're on stream?
I'm okay when you do it because you actually do it justice.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Well, I will forget the
1.
question.
Pens down. Let's go to Scully
It's a playground.
and Jake.
I said a park.
I'm good with
I
that.
would take Park. Yeah.
Yep.
So both will gain 2 points, making it 22-19. Oh, so close. The next category, what is it, Nick?
Next category you can pet points on is fandom quotes.
Let's get back starting with Jake
I have no choice. 2.
and Scully.
1.
Okay. What is the question, Nick?
Your question in fandom quotes. Which DC villain said the quote, "Once I have devoured your world, I will have all the strength I need to defeat the core and destroy the Guardians"?
Hey, how's your water?
It's gone.
Why'd you pour it from one cup into your?
Because it's like, this one's like my staple. I always have this one. So then I did a thing where I was like, oh, this isn't my cup. And then,
Fair.
you missed it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Meltzer.
Parallax would make sense.
It would. And Thomas.
Yeah, it's fucking Parallax.
It is Parallax. So the score is now 23-21. The next category that you can bet points on is going to be Star Wars. Let's get bets starting with Scully
2.
and Jake.
Yeah, 2.
Okay, your question in the category of Star Wars. Which Star Wars film features a character destroying a communication system after trying and failing to pretend to be a guard? Do you like
Sorry?
I said, do you like the Wars of the Star?
No.
Fair. 5,
Officially.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is going to be your second repeat, question mark. Which Star Wars film features a character destroying a communication system after trying and failing to pretend to be a guard?
No, I'm pretty sick and tired
You're tired?
of the wars and the stars. Like, it's just too much.
Oh, that's fair. I haven't watched a thing yet, so.
That's okay. I would.
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Scully
Said The Last Jedi.
and Jake.
That Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
Episode 4, A New Hope is correct. So with that, the score flips. Meltzer's up 23-21 as we get into the penultimate question. Nick, what is the category?
Penultimate category is the MCU.
All right, let's get bets, starting with Jake
1.
and Scully.
2.
Okay. Here is the question from Nick.
Your question. How many MCU films feature actor Martin Starr?
Nick, we're in a situation where if Scully misses this question, and Jake misses this question as well, I believe the match will be over. If both hit, the match will not be over, right?
Good job, Tim.
The only way it's over is if they both miss. Is that how that goes? 5,
Sure.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Jake
4.
and Scully.
4.
Both are correct. So Scully gets his total up to 23. Meltzer up to 24. It is a 1-point game, one category remaining, and the category is it's the other one from earlier. It's Star Trek. All right, let's get bets, starting with Scully.
2.
And Jake.
2.
All right, Nick, here's the sitch. Both players hit, both players miss. Jake will win, and the game will be over. But if Scully can hit while Jake misses, then Scully will win. So, the question in the category of Star Trek. At the beginning of Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, Chekhov and Sulu get lost. But to avoid embarrassment, what lie do they tell Uhura? Does your shirt say ahoy?
Ahoy.
Why?
A really big Pirates fan.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. The sporting team or the film franchise?
Is there a difference?
No, not to my knowledge. 5, 4, 3.
Might as well use it. Repeat the question.
All right, that's Jake's second repeat. At the beginning of Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, Chekhov and Sulu get lost, but to avoid embarrassment, what lie do they tell Uhura? This is crazy. This is so good. I gotta love it. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that is Scully's final repeat. At the beginning of Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, Chekhov and Sulu get lost, but to avoid embarrassment, what lie do they tell Uhura? You don't really watch the sports, do you?
Sorry?
You don't really watch the sports.
No. I
used to play the sports.
participate in them.
Yeah.
And I'll watch them, when they're on or when like other people are around, but I don't like follow them. Like I imagine I am to sports what normal people are to movies, where they're like, yeah, I saw Top Gun Maverick, but like I don't know who made the thing.
1, pens down. That's fair. Let's start with Scully.
I said they were following the stars.
And Jake.
I have no idea. I just said they were bird watching.
And your winner, Jake Meltzer. The answer was that they were stuck in a storm. They were in a blizzard. Nick, wow. What a match. Another close one, 22-21.
Yeah.
Because both players missed that last question.
Correct.
Insane.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so let's get into the post-match interviews, and we're going to start talking about Scully.
Hey, buddy. Listen, welcome back. Heck of a match. Up until that third question in round number 3, you had a perfect game going. You are easily one of the best players in this league, and you've shown it time and time again, and I don't need to even keep telling you that. And I know we've been here before, so I'm not even going to ask you how you're doing, how things are going. But Scully, just obviously we hope to see you again next year, and I really hope we will. We haven't obviously talked about it. But like, what would you say is like your legacy in fandom right now? Because obviously you've been around long enough. Like I'm tired of asking you like how you're feeling after a loss. I want to know, like, you've made such an impact on this league, on this game. What have you taken away from taking part in fandom fights thus far and possibly in the future?
I mean, when I started here, I didn't really have the best sort of knowledge. So I would say that my path offers a lot of hope to people who maybe have middling strength in a bunch of categories now, in the hopes that one day they can get to that level. So I don't know. I hope that other people can look at what I've done and see it not as the way I've seen it recently. So
I think the legacy for Scully that's already been set, that's going to keep going, is look at the record book. the record book, almost every category, if he's not number one, he's got to be number two, where it's just points, accuracy, perfect rounds, all of that. There's no one that has dominated this game as consistently as Thomas Scully has since you. And even then, when you were playing, Scully was right there next to you. So it's like, I think that when it comes to the greatest players of all time, Scully's one of the first names you think of. And I think today shows it. Almost a perfect game. It's just one momentum flip in the third round changed it. And that's how good Meltzer played today. He played great. And it just came to, we couldn't make a mistake. And we made one mistake that flipped it. And that's all it took. But I don't think that a performance like this is a loss really in any regard.
I mean, the one thing I'm proud of is that I've made players better. You know, every time somebody plays me, they bring their A game. They don't just lie over and just take what's coming to them. They play their hearts out, and through that, we've gotten people like Joe, like Brittany, like even players.
Even Joe got a little better.
I was about to say, like, I think everybody in this call right now would agree. I think Robert, Jake, myself, Nick, Ko, we all would say, guys, I think we've all played you before.
So, I mean, if that's one thing I can take away is that I've made everybody better, and I've made Fandom a better product because of it. So, but as for me, I'm going to say it right now along with Ko. The team's tournament is going to be my last ride for now. After that, I am going to take a step back because the game has become not fun for me anymore. And it sucks because this was something I used to look forward to be doing. And now it's like, I dread every single one because of things like this. And that's just one thing I'm not going to do is lie to you guys. So that's just the unfiltered truth. One day I hope to come back and find that fun again. But after this current team's tournament, that's going to be it for me for now.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Tim, do you want to speak on that a little bit?
I mean, what I said to Coho.
Knowing you behind the scenes, Tim, I think you could relate a lot.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. I was going to message Scully off call because I had a feeling this was coming. He's made some comments in the past about it. But what I was going to say off call was that, as somebody who constantly was getting really, really close to gold, like for the singles especially, and never was able to get there, I had to find the peace and like being okay with like not getting that thing, but just like finding them. And I think by the end of my singles career, I was starting to have fun again, but I also knew that it was time to like, okay, I need to take a break from this.
The beers in our triple threat kind of gave that away.
Correct. Yes. So,
the single most laid back performance I've ever seen for Tim.
And so I 100% can relate and respect the decisions and everything. I hope it's not and this goes for Koho too. I hope that we do see you guys back eventually, but 100% respect the decision and understand because it does get to that point sometimes where you do need to take a break.
And I'll say this right now. The moment that Scully says I'm coming back is the moment I'll come back. He gives me the call, I'll come back. Manhattan will bounce. Manhattan will come back the moment Scully decides it's time for Manhattan to come back.
And one last thing, like I said, a lot of the last couple of years, what I've wanted to do is help make Fandom better. So anything I can do to help you guys make the game better, just let me know.
Yeah, well, we'll be in touch. So Scully, good shit. Great performance, like Nick said, like only missing, I think, 2 questions the whole game. Yep. If this was the last singles match for now, it was an incredible one to go out on. So excellent job. We'll see you guys soon behind the scenes. As we bring in the winner, Jake Meltzer. Jake, holy shit. Holy shit,
Holy
dude.
shit, right.
Oh
Jake,
my God.
about 1 year ago today, Jake, I think the timeline might actually line up, but like 1 year ago today, you played Joe Fairley, either the current champion or the former champion. We haven't shot that yet. And you took him to sudden death and took it all the way to the end. And your singles career sort of divulged after that. Like you had not the best luck following that, and Joe obviously went on to become a champion. Today, I thought we were looking at a similar thing because just about anyone would have seen a person go perfect through 2.5 rounds and just be like, okay, why am I even still trying? But you didn't do that. You've shown why you're a great competitor overall, why you deserve to be a champion, and why maybe you're now on the hunt for a second belt in Fandom that you might not have thought you would have ever tried for. But Jake, fantastic match. That was great. You beat a Titan. That's what you just did.
Yeah, so first thing I want to say, I know I said some not very nice things before the match, but I do want to say that I 100% agree with Thomas. I will respect him and call him his actual name right now, because he's absolutely right in that I think both Robert and myself have wanted to improve so that we could hang with the likes of him and Joe and Brittany and David. Like they've made us step up our game, even when it certainly for me does not come that naturally, because I will say this until I am blue in the face. I am not a Fandom player by trade. This is hard for me, but it is days like today when the work pays off and it just feels really good to come out on top. Obviously, I was not expecting this at all. I just wanted to come in here and make him sweat. And I did that and then some. I'm not gonna, and I think I also only missed 2 questions if I remember correctly.
Technically 3, but
3. Whatever. I didn't miss a lot of questions either. This is probably the best singles game I've played since the match you mentioned earlier against Joe. And yeah, it was because I knew I was going up against the Titan, and I just was like, you know what? I'm just coming in here totally relaxed. I've always been better as the underdog. I think that is shown in our ascent. We've always thrived as the underdog as a team, and I think I've always thrived as an underdog as a singles player as well. And it's hard to sort of, I still can't really wrap my brain around it, because Thomas is an incredible competitor. He's one of the best to ever do it. And anybody who says otherwise is just lying to themselves.
I think, Jake, my favorite moment in my career as a singles player was when I beat Scully, not because I dislike Scully, but because that feeling of like taking on and beating Scully is an electric feeling. So I 100% understand that feeling of like, you just have no words in the moment. You're just so excited. Like I love seeing the reaction out of you when the match ended, because I felt it. And it was like, oh man, like it's great. Yeah, it was a great match.
Yeah. But with that being said, Jake, you are on track for a title. I was not kidding. You are a mere match away from a contender match, 2 matches away from a title match. But that underdog story has been working for you. It's also been working for someone else. You're going up against an underdog in their own right, Jack Pinchuk, who beat Tyler Birch to get to this next match. So you versus Jack, that's the next match. How you feeling about that?
So it's interesting. That's actually who I thought I was going to play after I beat Melissa. So I guess I just had to wait another match to do it. I think Jack is a really interesting competitor. I mean, I know he pitched a perfect game earlier this year. He's had a really strong teams run this year as well, and Anyone Can Cook. So I know that, and I know especially after this match, I know that all those Kingsmen are going to be really hungry to send a message against me. So I'm sure Jack is going to be well prepared. But newsflash, so will I.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
I've been pretty, not because I want to hear him talk, because I love his reactions. Can we stop saying that I'm the better Fandom player? I think we are equal. And I think, honestly, now, because I've seen Jake for the majority of his multiplex career, Jake is so good when he buckles down. He's probably better than anybody when he buckles down. And because of that, he can beat anybody on any given day. They saw my reaction in the back. as soon as the Star Wars question happened, I thought we were in. I thought this was going to happen, and I was so excited. Jake is incredible. I'm so happy to be his teammate. I'm so happy he gets to do this. I just think we're on equal footing, and I think on most days Jake can be better than me because I know what caliber of player is. I love this dude. Anybody's going to be in trouble when they play him because of the caliber of person and player he is.
Damn right. All right, guys. Well, congratulations, Jake, on the win. We'll see you in your next match. It's going to be a good one. So, Tim, why don't you put a bow on it?
I think it's fair to say we've been talking about this behind the scenes a lot. You, me, and Cody have been saying this a lot recently, but I think this is the best damn season of Fandom fights we've ever seen. This shit is so good. Every time I come in here, at the beginning of this year, I was like, yeah, it'll be fine. Why? And then we get matches like this. This is fucking nuts. This was great. Scully, if this is the goodbye for now, well deserved, an incredible career, great match to close out on, and Jake made a fucking statement, and I'm looking forward to see him playing Jack because Jack is a little pissed off right now too. So I'm so excited. Can't wait to see it. So I want to thank Coho and Scully, Robert, and Jake. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I've been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with more Fandom matches. Have a good night.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.